Samsung might be making a huge change with the Exynos 2700. And this is actually very interesting because it's not about CPU speed or GPU power this time. It's about how the chip is physically built inside the phone. So right now, Samsung uses something called FOWLP packaging. Sounds complicated, but the simple explanation is this. The chip parts are stacked very closely together to save space and help with cooling. Samsung started using this with the Exynos 2400, and honestly, it helped a lot with heat control. Phones stayed cooler during gaming, heavy apps, and camera use. But here's the problem. It's expensive. Like, really expensive. The manufacturing process is difficult, complicated, and apparently not making Samsung enough profit. So now, reports are saying Samsung wants to completely move away from that system for the Exynos 2700. Instead, they may use something new called side-by-side packaging, or SBS, and this one is actually easier to understand. Instead of stacking the processor and memory on top of each other, Samsung will place them beside each other on the board. Think of it like this. Old design, one thing on top of another. New design, both parts sitting side by side. Simple. Now you might be wondering, okay, but why does this matter for Galaxy phones? Well, heat is everything in modern smartphones now. A powerful chip means nothing if it overheats after 10 minutes. We've already seen this happen with many flagship phones. Great benchmark numbers, but then the phone gets hot, brightness drops, gaming FPS crashes, battery drains faster, and performance becomes unstable. Samsung clearly wants to avoid that. That's why another interesting part of this leak is something called HBP technology, Heat Pass Block. Again, the name sounds technical, but the goal is simple: move heat away from the chip faster. Basically, Samsung is trying to create better heat flow inside the phone so the processor can keep high performance longer without getting too hot. And honestly, this could be a very smart move. Because in recent years, Samsung chips have had a reputation problem. A lot of people instantly compare Exynos to Snapdragon and assume Snapdragon is better for gaming, battery life, and thermals. Samsung knows this, so the Exynos 2700 feels like Samsung trying to rebuild confidence slowly from the inside out, not just with raw power, but with stability, cooling, efficiency, real-world performance. And according to the report, this chip is expected to power the Galaxy S27 and S27 Plus in some regions when those phones launch in early 2027, so this is a long-term plan. What's also interesting is Samsung isn't just changing the chip design, they're changing the philosophy. Instead of chasing crazy benchmark numbers only, they may now focus more on sustained performance, meaning your phone stays fast after 30 minutes, not just the first 3 minutes. And honestly, that matters more in daily use, especially for gaming, camera recording, AI features, and multitasking. Now, the big question is, will this finally make Exynos competitive again against Snapdragon and Apple chips? That's the part we still don't know. Because new packaging sounds good on paper, but real testing is what matters. Temperature tests, gaming tests, battery drain, camera processing, long-term stability. That's where we'll see if Samsung actually fixed things. But one thing is clear, Samsung is definitely taking thermals and efficiency much more seriously now, and the Exynos 2700 could end up being one of the company's most important chips in years.